Hello, my name is Joanna Gomez, and this is my mini activity engaging with current practices of cooperative learning method. This activity is designed for intermediate level language learners, and the main theme for this lesson is learning about the passive voice. The formula for the passive voice, how to use it, when do we use it, and ways to turn certain sentences into the passive voice. In the past, I have worked with young children who have expressed interest in animals, either zoo animals, safari animals, dinosaurs, pets. So I figure it would be an interesting way of developing lessons for them. So, in introducing the passive voice, we can engage the children in a discussion where we bring our zoo animals and we talk about building on previous lessons, how sentences are constructed, or how we have our friend the giraffe, if we can say something about the giraffe, or what is the giraffe doing, or is the giraffe eating, and we can identify a subject and then the action or the verb and how we can express different sentences for different meanings. So, in a very subtle way, we can introduce them to the passive voice, which is used for when we show interest in the person or object that is experiencing the action or the verb. So here we're not so interested in the person who is performing the action, but more the receiver. So sometimes we use the passive voice because, I don't know, maybe we don't know or we don't want to express who is performing the action. So here we're going to bring our friends, the little panda, the giraffe, and the tiger, and then our main reason for not expressing they are performing the action would be that they are shy. So we can engage the children in saying, well, they're coming into our classroom and they're very, very playful and they're doing things in our classrooms, but they don't like it when we say they are doing the doing. So then we're going to bring a mystery box. We're going to divide children in groups of threes. And in the mystery box, we're going to have some cards with sentences. So the sentences are going to be divided in three. We're going to have the subject, then the auxiliary, the part was, and then the past participle of our action or the verb. So here, for example, we have my book was moved. So we're going to show this formula to the children. They're going to take turns coming to the front in groups of three. They're going to take a card from the mystery box and they're going to work together with the class in arranging their cards with the corresponding subject was and then the action. After all the groups have taken a turn to put the little puzzle cards together, then we're going to move on to the practice. So today, our safari friends are going to come into a classroom to visit, but they have been moving our stuff around. So we're going to take a couple of minutes to ask the children to step outside and we're going to move some items around the classroom. So for maybe the mystery box was on the teacher's desk and now it's going to be behind the door. So there are going to be little tweaks around the classroom like that, and the teacher is going to leave a card with the image of one of each animal or zoo animal who came into our classroom. So the children are going to come back into the classroom. They're going to take note of what's going on. For example, the mystery box was moved, and then behind the door, and there is going to be a picture of maybe the giraffe. So the children are going to take note of like maybe the giraffe moved mystery box behind the door. But then we're going to remind them that our zoo friends do not like to be called on or to be pointed out. And we're going to try to express what happened without telling or without saying who did the action. So that's when they're going to exercise and come up with the passive voice. So, for example, here we have the panda. So, our friend the panda moved my backpack. We're going to try to rearrange that sentence. And for this one, we're going to have maybe color coded, or we're going to ask them to use crayons to highlight those notes, right? We have the subject, was, and then the action. And after they go around and they collect all the cards with all the sentences of what was moved around the classroom, they're going to be getting a sticker for each animal that they to whom they keep the secret, or who they arrange the sentence to describe what they did without telling who did it. And that was it for this activity. Thank you.